Hello. I saw this music tag done by Sierra Tibbetts, so I thought I would give that one a shot. So let's get started. Who's the one you have most albums by? That's easy. Elvis Presley. I have about 60 albums, not counting duplicates. After that, there's Eric Clapton, Rolling Stones, and Bob Dylan. I have about 35 albums from each. Last song you listened to. Just before I started making this video, I listened to Getting High by Melrose as I needed to find out how long that song was. What's in the CD player right now? Nothing. Since coming home from work, I've only listened to Ronnie Wood's Now Look on vinyl. Yesterday I listened to Link Wray's self-titled album from 1971 on CD. That's the last CD album that I listened to. Last show attended. On Saturday I was at a gig where there were 3 bands playing, and the last one of them that was on stage was Spud and Nick and Rough Shots. Greatest show you've ever been. This coming New Year will be the 30th anniversary of the first gig that I've ever been to, and that's when I will count all the gigs that I've been to and make a full assessment of them. But what I can say is that I have been more than 1,000 gigs, so it would be a sad thing if I could name only one gig that would be the best one. The worst show you've ever been to. There's 2 ways of looking at this. One is, do you consider those gigs that you go expecting to see a good gig because you know the band, know the band and know their music, or those that you don't know that are completely new to you? So I can give you an example of the one that I had never heard of. In 2003 I saw a band called the Murder Dolls, and they were awful. I hated them from start to finish, except for one thing. Andy McCoy came on stage with them, and they played The Train Kept A-Rolling, and that was fairly good. Other than that, I didn't like anything about it. Most musically involved in? None. I have never played any instrument. The only thing even remotely like it is bass. My brother once gave me one lesson with bass, so that's it. What show are you most looking forward to? That's again easy. Manic Street Preachers in about 3 weeks. And before that, I have tickets to see Weeping Willows, which is tomorrow. Favorite band shirt. I don't own many band shirts. I very rarely buy them. This Eric Clapton t-shirt is not my favorite. My favorite is the one that I bought from Bob Dylan show in October 2003. I actually bought 2 shirts from them there, and the other one is worn out, so that's history now. The other one is my favorite now. What musician would you like to hang out with for a full day? None. I don't have that kind of dreams. Sure, there are plenty of artists that I would like to meet, but to hang out with for a full day, I'm afraid that could lead only to disaster. I would be disappointed in them. I think that there are, well, the way I see it is when people listen to music and they like the music, they sort of project their own ideas to the artist, even though every song is always an isolated thing. It's what the musicians work on. It doesn't necessarily reflect the person behind the music at all. So what the person is like may be a complete opposite to what the song presents them as being. No, I don't really have those kinds of dreams. Which band would you like to see to make a comeback? Again, that's not the kind of thing that I think, because I see that the bands have their lifespan for two reasons. One is that the members simply don't get along anymore. So why would you want if you know that you like that band, why would you want them to continue feeling bad or feeling even misery? And the other one is music. Bands broke up because of musical differences, which is probably the most common reason. But the thing is just that they simply start to feel that they want to do a different kind of music. So if they would still they were still made to continue doing the same thing, the quality of the music would deteriorate. So no one would be any more happy with that kind of situation. However, if I think about bands that still have all their original members alive, and I would like to see them, Van Halen is one. I think that Eddie's health has deteriorated to such a degree that it's hard, that I don't believe that they will continue for long. Have to say, of course, that they haven't officially disbanded, but I have doubts as to how long they will continue. But however, if Eddie feels strong enough, I would really like to see them live, as I have never seen them. Hanoi Rocks, Russell is of course dead, but the original drummer Chip Casino is still alive, so I would like to see them play a few gigs, but I really don't want them to make a full-scale reunion. Same thing with Dire Straits. I would like to see them make a reunion for gigs, but not for records and not for a long time comeback. Who is the band or artist you always wanted to see but never did? Yeah, there's three. The Cure. The Cure was here in 1996, and I didn't go see them. I don't know why, but they haven't been back since. Paul Weller. Paul Weller has never been here during his solo career. He was here with the Jam, but that was in 1980, so that was way too early for me. I don't know if he was ever here with Style Council, but I don't think so. And Pretenders. I have been 3 times close to seeing them, but I never did. That really bugs me. I really want to see those 3. Name 4 flawless albums. Derek and the Dominos, Layla, Van Halen, Women and Children First, From Elvis in Memphis, and Graceland by Paul Simon. How many music-related videos and DVDs you own? I checked this one. I own 155 DVDs and 31 videos. Only one of them I own both as a DVD and VHS. That's Farewell to the World by Crowded House. How many concerts have you been in total? Like I said, I will count them in the coming new year, but over 1,000 anyway. Who have you seen most times live? Iron Maiden 9 times, DAD 8 times, Brian Setzer 7 times. That's 4 times with Stray Cats, once with Trio, once with Nashville Lanes, and once with Orchestra. That's 7 times. Of the Finnish bands, there are loads of bands that I've seen more than 10 times, but I will count them again in the coming new year. But there are 3 bands that I am somewhat sure that I have seen far more times than any of the others. But who is the first, second, and third, I don't know. And how many times in total I've seen them, I don't know. I'm guessing 35 times maybe. More, less, I don't know. Thereabouts anyway. Fave movie soundtrack. Again, not a big fan of movie soundtracks, but let's say outside of Elvis's movie soundtracks, I have maybe 10, maybe even less. But favorites would be Woodstock, La Bamba, and Mermaids. Remember the movie with Cher, Winona Ryder, Christina Ricci, and Bob Hoskins. What's your last music phase before you wisened up? None. If there's ever been a song, album, or music style that I've liked, I still like it today. Guilty pleasure you hate to admit liking. Again, this is the kind of thinking that I don't subscribe to. I think that every person should think that their taste in music is the perfect taste. There's no reason to feel uncomfortable with what you like. What you like is your taste, and that's that. I don't see any reason why anybody should say that that's not a good taste in music. Well, obviously there are differences in music taste, and talking about them, arguing even with is fun, but still that shouldn't make any difference. Your taste in music is the perfect taste in music, and that's that. And yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit to liking anything at all. I mean, I can even say that I remember during the 80s, I thought that Wham was awful. It was, I didn't like it at all. I couldn't understand how anybody could thought that it was good. But these days, when I happen to hear those songs, I think they're good pop music. I do not have anything by them myself, but there are good pop songs. So you see, taste in music, it develops one way and the other way, surprising ways even. So never be ashamed to like whatever it is that you like. Okay, later.